How's it going, YouTube? In this video, I'm going to be teaching you 4 easy ways to contact Chinese locals online, whether it's your supplier or a friend, in 2020 coming up. So I decided to actually go outside this time and actually film this outside, so hopefully you can enjoy the scenery as I explain 4 different ways to contact Chinese locals online. I had multiple people always come to me saying like, I can't get in contact with my supplier, my WeChat's not working, blah, blah, blah. So that's why I was motivated to make this video. So the first method I'd recommend in 2020 is WeChat. Of course, WeChat is the mega platform in China. Everyone in China uses this to communicate with each other, whether it's to post moments, just to chat, or to have WeChat groups. I'm actually involved in like maybe hundreds of WeChat groups that's just mainly aimed at foreigners or even Chinese groups just to improve my Chinese. So yeah, WeChat is the first one I would recommend, and the best one, honestly. I actually go through a step-by-step tutorial on all about using WeChat for foreigners, from creation all the way to creating groups and contacting people. You can look at the video up here somewhere and go ahead and use that. Now, an issue I heard many people have is actually opening a WeChat account outside of China. So I would recommend you actually get a Chinese phone number. If you're actually in China, it's pretty easy to get a Chinese phone number with a Chinese SIM. You can refer to one of these videos here that I'll post. Don't worry, I'll post all these in the description down below as well. But you can also try this service, which I haven't personally tried, but it's available. It's pretty much a website that sends you a Chinese SIM card with a Chinese phone number. I'll put it in the description down below. They mail you a SIM card and they give you service using Chinese data. The reason I recommend using a Chinese SIM card with Chinese phone number is if you're making a WeChat account for the first time, using a Chinese network, Chinese phone number, authentication is super easy. However, if you're downloading the international version, and let's say you want to register overseas, then you're going to need to find someone who's been using WeChat for over 6 months, active for like a 2-month period, some BS like this, and then do an authentication to actually use it. I've already used up my time, so please don't ask me to activate your WeChat account because I've used it all up. But yeah, that's why I recommend using a Chinese phone number and a SIM card. Otherwise, you have to go through some silly authentication procedures. So the next method I recommend to contact Chinese would be using Tencent Meeting. This is a meeting recently developed, I think in 2020, I think it was developed this year. And think of it as a Skype in China. It was actually developed by the same company that developed WeChat, and you can easily contact your suppliers using that platform. To register for an account can also be a lot easier. The easiest way to register is simply log in using your WeChat. So if you have a WeChat account, you can sign in, scan the QR code with your WeChat, and you're good to go. However, if you don't have a WeChat account, you can use your foreign phone number to sign up and register. Just follow these steps that I'm going through here. You just simply go, click on register, put in the phone number for your country. They'll send you like a one-time password with your phone, and you continue on and create an account to avoid all the authentication issues you would creating a WeChat account for the first time. So if you used Skype before, you can definitely use this. It's very similar and very user-friendly to use in my opinion. The next method I would recommend, kind of mentioned it before, gave you a hint, is Skype. Skype is actually pretty popular in China. Most businesses, especially if they work with overseas clients, know what Skype is, and it's not blocked here, luckily. A lot of Chinese companies are pretty familiar with using this to contact customers overseas or run through negotiations. So you can also use Skype to contact Chinese locals overseas. Something that I want to add, Tencent Meeting and Skype, both are like video conferencing or telephone conferencing kind of platforms you can use. Some of them do have chat features where you can just chat with them directly if that's all you want to do, but they're more tailored towards video conferencing and teleconference. Note that they're both free and they have free versions that you can use unlimited times. And the last way to easily contact Chinese locals is through AliPay. You may be thinking to yourself, AliPay, I thought that was used to make e-payments online. Correct, that is its primary function, but it also has a chat function. Why I say AliPay is because it's also easier to do authentication using AliPay versus WeChat, and I go through the whole tutorial of how to make an AliPay without having a Chinese bank account or a Chinese address. You can refer to one of the videos up here, and if you actually follow the steps on that video, you can actually load money into your AliPay and start paying your suppliers. Note that AliPay is a lot more foreigner friendly than WeChat, although you can add some credit cards on WeChat if they're foreign, Visa or MasterCard. You cannot do any transactions with those cards unless you have a Chinese bank account. However, with the AliPay Tour Pass, you do not need a Chinese bank account, so I really consider looking at that video if you haven't done so already. But to contact Chinese using AliPay, you simply go to the Friends tab right here, and you click Add, and you can ask your AliPay supplier to say, give me your AliPay account, or they can send you their QR code, and you can add them and negotiate pricing. Not only can you negotiate pricing, but you can also pay them on the spot for any transactions that you may have buying supplies from China for your business overseas. Something I do want to clarify is that out of all these options, I definitely prefer WeChat. Why? Because they offer the translation function. Although my Chinese is getting better, where I need to use it less and less, if someone's speaking to you in Chinese, you can simply translate it, and it will translate it to the language that's set on your phone. And if you type, let's say, English to your supplier, they can translate it into Chinese using the WeChat translate function. So out of all these, I definitely prefer WeChat. And I personally think it is definitely worth it going through the authentication once you have an account to contact your suppliers there. So I hope you learned something from this video, how to communicate with locals and Chinese people, let's say if you're overseas, using online platforms and chat. I'll put all this information in the description down below in case you felt like you missed anything. And let me know, what platform do you use to contact Chinese locals that's not blocked in China? I know WhatsApp ain't gonna work, Cisco WebEx ain't gonna work either, those are blocked. So I just wanted to share this information. Like, comment, and subscribe if you like to see the content in this video about having a better lifestyle in China as a foreigner, for I post on a weekly basis. I also am very reachable on my social media, either on Twitter, Instagram, or my Facebook group if you want to contact me there. I usually respond within 24 hours. I also made it a priority to be very accessible to my viewers, so I created a WeChat group you can join. So I'm going to put the QR code somewhere up here where maybe we can walk through some of your problems. I'll try my best to solve them. I'm not going to promise I'm going to solve all of them, but I can at least lead you in the right direction. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. Keep surviving, and I'll catch you in the next one.